For the past few years, people have debated why they think the Eastern Conference in the NBA is weak compared to the stronger Western Conference. I am here to tell you why I think the East is strong. Since LeBron signed with the Lakers back in the 2018 offseason, people have made a claim to say that the East is easier to win games compared to the West, with super teams like the Lakers with LeBron and AD, the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the Rockets with former MVPs in James Harden and Russell Westbrook, Mavericks with Luka Doncic and Porzingis, and many others. These teams make up what is considered to be a good Western Conference, but the East does also have good players that make up good teams similar to the Western Conference. First, there's the Bucks, who currently have the best record in the league with former MVP from last year Giannis Antetokounmpo and All-Star Chris Middleton. Then there's the Toronto Raptors, who are the defending NBA champions with Pascal Siakam and Kyle Lowry. Then there's the Celtics with All-Star Jason Tatum and Kemba Walker, and also Jaylen Brown. Then there's also the Philadelphia 76ers with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, who are both All-Stars. Then there's also teams like the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, and the Indiana Pacers with Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis. Since the 2014-2015 NBA season, the East has won 2 out of the 5 NBA Finals series. Although this is not a majority over the West for the East, it's not like the East have been blown out and lost 4 or even 5 of the last 5 years' NBA Finals series. If you take a look at the points per game category, 3 out of the top 5 players play in the Eastern Conference, with Bradley Beal, Trae Young, and Giannis Antetokounmpo for the points per game category. For the rebounds per game category, 4 out of the top 6 players are in the Eastern Conference, including Andre Drummond, Clint Capella, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Domantas Sabonis. Next, if we take a look at the steals per game category, all top 4 players for the steals per game category are in the Eastern Conference. Last, if we take a look at the blocks per game category, 3 out of the top 5 players are also in the Eastern Conference, including Jonathan Isaac, Brook Lopez, and Miles Turner. If Giannis were to win MVP this year, it would be the second straight year that he'd win MVP, and the second straight year that a team with a player from the East won MVP. The Bucks are one of the most likely teams to make it to the NBA Finals and possibly win, aside from the Los Angeles Lakers. If the Bucks or any other Eastern Conference team wins the Finals this year, it would be the 3rd time in the last 6 years that an Eastern Conference team has won the Finals. This would show that either conference can have a team that goes to the Finals, and that the East could just be good as the West at some times with the talent that they have. Going forward, people will still debate whether they think the East is better than the West or the West is better than the East. The conversation will always change as players and teams get better and worse. Even though the West is very dominant and talented, the East can be times that too, with their talent of teams and how they've played in the past. This year, the Milwaukee Bucks have the best record of the league and they're in the Eastern Conference, while in the Western Conference, Golden State Warriors have the worst record of the league and they're in the West. The Bucks this year have a 73% winning percentage against the Western Conference, while the top team in the West and the Lakers only have a 70% winning percentage. Both the West and the East have great teams and bad teams, and it just depends on when you play them in the schedule and how many times you do. In conclusion, the West is very dominant and may be better than the East, but sometimes people do underestimate the talent of the East that they have. The argument can always change as the West and the East can go back and forth throughout the years. During the offseason, players can sign or get traded from a conference to another conference that can make teams stronger, which makes the conferences stronger. The conversation will always change and will always be that way.